Me today out there with you is our PIO, Stephanie Slater. Any follow-up questions that you need, you can certainly get a hold of Stephanie and she'll take care of you. I have with me, on my right is Detective First Grade Jason Yopes, and on my left is Detective First Grade Chris Crawford, who are the detectives assigned to the case. Detective First Grade Crawford is the lead investigator in the case. The situation is this. At 1:50 this morning, we received a call to 431 Southwest 8th Avenue from Victoria Zavala, Z-A-V-A-L-A. She had called into 911. The call went to our communications dispatch center, and she stated that her husband had come to her house and had killed her 2 boys. The officers responded immediately, were there within a minute or two, found Miss Zavala and immediately made entrance into the house. And at that point, they found dead inside the house the husband, the estranged husband of Miss Zavala, who's a Isidro Zavala. Also deceased inside the house were Eduardo Zavala and Mario Zavala, and they are 10 and 12 years old, both males. The method of death was strangulation on one of the children and apparently a gunshot on the other. Isidro Zavala was also deceased apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, possibly 2 self-inflicted gunshot wounds. At this point, we are still processing the scene. The medical examiner will certainly be weighing in on the forensics, and at this point we're just processing everything. And that is about all we have. There is one other son. The Zavalas have one other son who was not injured, who was not present at the location. Okay, if you have any questions, we'll take your questions.
Can you tell me anything about the motive? We understand there was a note to this.
There was a note there, but the motive would be just speculation at this point.
Was there ever any indication that something like this could have happened with this family? Did you guys have any calls from them before?
We've never had any calls to that location, except about 2 years ago we took a burglar report at that address. But as far as any domestic calls or anything, we have had no contact with them at all, and they've made no calls to the police.
What do you know about Zavala?
We don't know anything about it.
No kind of criminal record, nothing.
Did we check anything? Yeah, there's no criminal record.
Chief, you've been doing this for a long time. When you first heard about what had happened, what went through your mind as a person who's been doing this for so long?
Well, I hate to say it, this is an unusual, and it's an unusually brutal type of murder, but it is unfortunate it does happen, and certainly I've seen it over the years of being a police officer, that there are mentally disturbed people out there who commit these type of crimes against their own family members, against their own loved ones, and obviously this goes beyond my ability to make a call on this, but certainly there's people who become mentally disturbed, and this is the result of it.
Are you a father? Do you have kids?
Sure.
I mean, as a father, how does this sit with you?
It doesn't sit well. I mean, this is what Mrs. Zavala had to go through to watch her children killed before is probably the most horrific thing you could ever imagine, at least for me.
You mentioned mental health. Was there ever any indication in Zavala's background?
We have nothing.
What did the note to his son say?
What was the gist of the note? Well, I don't have it with me, but it's obviously it's in evidence. But
there were some comments made to the note in regards to your good son and take care of the next.
Was there any reason why, or did he say or give any indication why he didn't go ahead and do something to the wife?
During a statement, the wife had mentioned that he said you were going to stay and live with us.
Could you say that to the mic? I apologize.
A little closer.
We're having trouble hearing it.
During the statement with the wife, there was a comment made where she said that, she said, why would you kill me, or why did you kill me, and he said, no, you're going to live with this.
Have you guys contacted the third son at all?
I'm sorry, who?
Have you guys made contact with the third son?
Oh, of course, we did that very early.
In a situation like this, I mean, what's next? I mean, is that the tough thing? Is it what do we do next? I mean, what can you do?
What can who do?
You as a police officer, I mean, you go to a scene and it's a murder suicide, and I mean, what's your role now?
Well, the case is essentially cleared at the point. Obviously, we process the forensics, we catalog everything, we see that case through just like we would any other case to a logical conclusion, and that includes a report by the police department, a report from the medical examiner. But as far as does it go beyond here? Well, certainly we took care of Mrs. Zavala, got her some help immediately, and the other surviving son, and hopefully, through as time passes, perhaps their wounds will heal. I doubt it. I don't know that you can ever recover from something like this, but certainly I think where we go from here is hopefully the surviving Zavalas can get the help they need and somehow go on with life.
What kind of